Hello Michigan gardeners, this is Doug again. If you're just joining us for one of the videos, I work here at Boswood Family Farm about 2 miles west of the city of Marshall in Michigan. And I've just been doing brief videos to try to help you navigate the garden at this time of the year. It's March 21st, we've officially hit spring, and I'm going to be doing some dividing of a perennial today. This perennial is called Autumn Joy. And you can see these are the flowers that are left from last year. These perennials need to be divided every 5 or 6 years because they get too big and then the flowers tend to flop. So you want to dig them up, divide them, and give some to friends or plant them in other places that you have in your garden. But first thing you want to do is take a good spade and get underneath the plant. And then have your pruners handy so you can take off some of this growth from last year. It's brittle enough that it often just breaks right off. And as you get rid of that growth, you can see all the plants that are in there that can be divided. So some people just take a shovel, go right down through the middle of it and keep cutting it up in that way. Other people take one of these, which is a soil knife. I got mine at A.M. Leonard, which is a company that's online available for everybody. But some people like to take that and then they just divide and get them back so that they have 4 or 5 of the starts in there on each one. You can have more than that if you want to, but again, the idea is to get this divided up so that the growth will start to grow out again and the flowers won't be as floppy, and nor will the plant. The plant tends to flop after it gets too big. So what I would do after I've got some of these divided up, I want to put some back in this spot. And instead of having one big plant, I'm going to plant 3 smaller plants. So you want to have some compost when you're doing this. I just used some potting soil from last year's pots that we're cleaning up, and I mix it with some horse manure and then spade it in. Mix it up good. And then I'm just going to take 3 of those starts, set them in there. And there's my new Autumn Joy, but these are going to look a lot better than these over here. So I'm going to keep dividing these to make these look better too, but these will look a lot better. They'll grow straighter up, they won't flop, and then in a few years you'll have to do that process again. Last thing, give it a drink of water. It is Autumn Joy sedum that I'm doing. Sedums are not water needy. They're in the succulent family, but I like to get some water on the plants so that they get their roots settled in and they're off to a good start. Haven't thought about what my next video is, but trying to do them each week on about Wednesday, so I hope it helps. You can use this technique with daylilies, hostas, lots of different perennials that can be divided this spring once they start to show some growth, or you're willing to get out there in the garden at this point and pull away some of that dead leaves and dead growth, and you can find that growth underneath. Hope it helps, and I'll see you next time.